And I didn't show, but I wanted to know everything I could about you. See, I was told the dreams were made to be believed in, so I put every single dream in you. But you said the bar so high above the sky, and you nailed it to the floor. 'Cause for some odd reason I'm done believing in this one thing I adore. What is loving anymore? And you came to me like a bird to the breeze, and we floated together for a while. But you had to go, now I carry the load to call in the wind and my smile. See, I was told the dreams were made to be believed in, so I put every single dream in you. But you said the bar so high above the sky, and you nailed it to the floor. 'Cause for some odd reason I'm done believing in this one thing I adored. What is loving anymore? Ooh.
What is loving anymore?
Ooh.
What is loving anymore?
But you said the bar so high above the sky.
We're the McKays. Welcome to our wedding. Woo! Let's go!
On behalf of Rylee and Taylor and the Hran and McKay families, I'd like to welcome everyone here today. The truth is, I've known Rylee and Taylor for my entire life. We're cousins. And by Taylor, I mean Taylor Hran, not this Taylor. We're not from Kentucky.
That was good, dude. That was good.
Anyways, me and Rylee were born 13 days apart in the same hospital, the same room, with the same nurse, and it was after all the 90s, so quite possibly the same sheets. A lot of my favorite memories from childhood include Rylee and my other cousins causing all kinds of trouble at Grandma's house, like convincing Grandpa, quite easily I may add, that we could have as many popsicles as we wanted, because Grandma said so, and picking the locks to Chad and Corey's rooms and finding all their basil plants. But in all seriousness, it was such a pleasure to grow up beside Rylee, and I'm so incredibly proud of the woman she's become. I've known Taylor for less time, but he's by far one of my favorite people and one of the nicest guys I've ever met. I mean, I don't think it's possible to leave an interaction with Taylor and not just be in a better mood. He just has this infectious personality. If you don't believe me, call his voice my message. Hey, this is Tailor and McKay. It literally describes him as a person in like 10 seconds. Now, if there's anyone who has just cause today for why this couple should not be united, please leave now and forever hold your peace. So everyone, please, let's enjoy, maybe share some laughs, and share this wonderful day where two people and two families become one. Okay. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to bear witness to the holiest of matrimony between Rylee Nicole Hran and Tailor and McKay. Here today, it means that for one reason or another, Rylee and Tailor are thankful to have you in their lives, and they wanted to spend this special day with you. You've watched them grow up. You've worked or went to school with them. You may have been there in a sticky situation with one of them. If you're like me, one of them may or may not have put their grubby little one-year-old hand into your birthday cake and then continued to shove said fist and cake into your eye at your first birthday party. And I may have told our grandma when we were 3, I don't like that Rylee girl very much. I really like you now, though. I forgive you.
Thank you.
You've come from nearby and far to share in this commitment that they make to one another, and they're blessed to have you in their lives to offer your love and support, and for Rylee and Tailor to start their married union surrounded by the people that mean the most to them. We have thousands of moments that happen through our lives, but this one is regarded as important. We acknowledge its special status by sharing with others, but why this moment? It's because despite all of our differences, love is what we all share. It's the great unifier and our one universal truth, that no matter who we are, where we've come from, what we believe, we know this one thing to be true. Love is the most important part of life. All of us here today, we have our own love stories. Some are short, others long. Some are not yet written, while others are just getting to the good part. Now, for those of you who don't know, the love story of Rylee and Tailor goes a little like this. During Rylee's senior year of high school, she was looking for a date to prom. One of their mutual friends suggested Tailor, thinking that they would hit it off. But the timing wasn't right, and they never ended up going together. Fast forward 4 years, and another unrelated friend, who's actually a groomsman, David. Good job, David.
Shout out your boy.
Invited Rylee over for a dance party at their house. Now, Tailor describes the first time he saw Rylee on Instagram, and I quote, "Damn." I must be getting catfish. She's so beautiful. And the first time Rylee saw Tailor, she was nervous. But when he danced in the room in a full leg brace, after having surgery the few weeks prior,
At any cost necessary.
she found out how easy it is to be around him and how genuine of a person he is. However, Rylee wasn't ready for a relationship. She even told some of her friends, I wish I had met him later in life because I feel like I found my person, but I'm just not ready. But she was honest with Tailor. Instead of jumping right into a relationship, they took the time to become friends, and then best friends, and eventually lovers. They both described how they could talk and laugh until the sun came up, and how easy it was to be with one another. Funny thing is, I asked them both to answer 3 questions so I could write the ceremony, and their answers were almost identical. From the beginning, they both felt that they could understand each other almost instantly. And when they did hit rough patches, they were so easily resolved through mutual understanding and communication. When asked about their love story, they both described it as fate. Fate that not one but two mutual friends had set them up over the course of 4 years, and fate that now 4 years later, they're getting married. Rylee and Tailor, they found that very special love. That love that comes once in a lifetime. The kind of love that makes the good times great and the inevitable bad times better. If you spend enough time around them, you know that they're truly their best selves when they're with each other. Marriage is the ultimate promise between two people. It's a promise of everlasting love. It's two people combining all of their separate parts into one amazing whole. At its most basic level, marriage is a partnership. You share a common vision, common dreams, and a common goal. It's not a win or lose, and no matter what happens, you're always on the same team. And against popular belief, marriage is not about finding that perfect person. It's about finding someone who's imperfect and loving them because of it. It's not one moment, not even this moment. It's every moment. Big ones like saying I love you for the first time, moving in together, getting married, but mostly a million little ones that come in between the big moments. Falling asleep next to one another, spending hours just talking, spending holidays with families, and getting a big hug when you get home from work. These big moments and everyday moments fuse together to make an amazing life. And that brings them here. Time to pause, look back, and smile at all the moments, both big and small. And a time to look ahead at all the wonderful moments that are still to come. Rylee and Tailor prepared their own vows to read to one another. What I ask of you, Rylee and Tailor, is that what you promise here today will be repeated tomorrow and every day after.
Tay.
Right. What I do?
Okay. When I sat down to write my vows, this is harder than I thought. I was trying to think of the exact moment I fell in love with you. What I realized, though, is that my love did not magically appear for you in one moment, but instead has grown into something strong and indestructible. I used to think that we met by chance, but what I now know is that the universe put you in front of me because we were meant to spend the rest of our lives together. You came into my life at the exact right moment, at the exact right time. Sorry, it's hard. When I wasn't quite ready, but when I actually needed you the most. I love you for exactly who you are. I love your infectious energy towards life and how you brighten any room just by walking in. I love that you're open-minded and energetic towards new things. I love your kind soul. I even love how you can talk to a random stranger for hours.
Oops.
Yes, like they're your best friend. You make me happier than I ever could have imagined and more love than I ever thought possible. You've taught me what true, honest love looks like and continue to show me what I really deserve from a partner. You challenge me to be a better, stronger person every day. Today, I want to make promises to you that I'll always keep. I cannot promise you I will always be the perfect wife, but I promise to love you through the good times and the bad, to choose our love every single day. I promise to grow with you as we continue learning more about ourselves individually and as one. I promise to listen to you, even when your stories seem never ending. I promise to love, admire, and respect you as the person you are today, as well as the person you will grow to become. I promise, this is hard, I promise to not watch the next episode of the show we were watching without you.
Whoa.
Or at least act like I haven't seen it.
That's commitment.
I promise to travel alongside you through all of life's greatest adventures, and I promise to always stand by your side as your best friend, your biggest supporter, and most importantly, your wife.
Thank you, Rylee. Your love was the catalyst that empowered me to grow from a boy into a man. You are the woman that inspired me that dreams can be made a reality. Miss Rylee Nicole Horan. Rylee, you may only be one person, but to me, you are the entire world. Your soul is the core to my earth, the oxygen that I breathe, and the endorphins that fuel my happiness. Just like the galaxy, there are an infinite number of reasons that I know I love you, baby girl. If I gaze into your eyes, the rest of the world vanishes. Your love grants me hope. Your beauty grants me pride. And your smile brings me happiness. I foresee a future with you filled with peaceful bliss, knowing that obstacles are impossible to evade. Together we will persist to find balance when our world begins to quake. When I find myself in a drought, I will look to you for nourishment. If I am lost in a storm, I will search for you to feel grounded. When I'm late to an event, I know that you will tell me the time. But this time, I got it right. I pledge to always provide you support through unpredictable times. I promise I will be your 24-hour room service, relaxing you with back tickles after a stressful day at work, or rescuing you with coconut water to soothe a deadly hangover away. I bear witness to your best moments through your worst moments, and I choose to have the entire package. My deep infatuation only permits me to look upon you with admiration and strength when my eyes grow weak, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be pretty hard for my eyes to grow weak at this sight. My thoughts are flooded with ways that I may honor you. However, eternity would be short of time to prove my great fortune of having you in my life. I promise to respect you with compassion and celebration, cherishing every liberating moment when I'm being in your presence. I promise to be selfless in our relationship, to prioritize the best decisions for our future. I can climb any mountain, sail any sea, and conquer any world with a single hand as long as you're holding the other one. I swear my commitment of loyalty to you with trust that is unwavering. My standards of honesty will be faithful. My standards of honesty and faithfulness will be held to heights above heaven. This ceremony here symbolizes the beauty that we are able to create in our lives. I'm destined to strive every day to be the best husband that I could be, to glorify you being my wife. My limitless infatuation for you is impossible to portray. I hold unconditional love for you, my soulmate, Mrs. Rylee Nicole McKay.
Taylor, do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, to love her and comfort her, honor her and keep her, in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Rylee, do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, to love him and comfort him, honor him and keep him, in sickness and in health, as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Rylee and Taylor have chosen rings to exchange with each other as a symbol of their love.
You what?
Yeah. Taylor, as you place this ring on Rylee's finger, please repeat after me. Rylee, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
Rylee, I give this ring to you as a symbol of my love.
And promise to love you today.
And promise to love you today.
And every day that my heart beats, it will beat for you.
And every day that my heart beats, it will beat for you, Rylee.
Now, Rylee, as you place this ring on Taylor's finger, please repeat after me. Taylor, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
Taylor, I give you this ring as a symbol of my love.
And promise to love you today.
And promise to love you today.
And every day that my heart beats, it will beat for you.
And every day that my heart beats, it will beat for you.
It is my great honor and the power vested in me by the state of California to now pronounce you husband and wife and kiss your bride. Introducing for the first time ever, Rylee and Taylor McKay.
Yes, one more time, a big round of applause to our new bride and groom.
Taste in my mouth, girl. You're the only one that I want. Wanna be around. Wanna be around, girl. Wanna be around, girl. Ooh, wanna be around. To leave me all alone by myself. I don't want nobody else. The world needs a bit of taste in my mouth, girl. You're the only one that I want. Wanna be around.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on the dance floor, I give you once again, Mr. and Mrs. McKay.
Baby, baby, baby.
Nobody make fun of me. You look great. Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hey. I'm so excited to be here with you all, celebrating the second best day of Rylee's life. Second. First being November 16th, 1999. My birthday. The day the first Tailor was brought to your life. And I must have made a pretty good impression, because here we are, almost 22 years later, and you're taking on another Tailor into your life for the rest of your life. And I get why you decided to upgrade. Tay has the kindest soul I've ever met. He is incredibly compassionate and optimistic, which is part of the reason why you and my sister make such a great team. Oh, I'm getting nervous. Tailor, you bring a light into this world that is indescribable, and I'm so incredibly lucky to call you my family. I'm gonna cry. I'm shaking. Oh,
Love you, Tay.
I'm gonna start crying. Okay. Rylee. Sorry, Mimi. You already know this, but you're more than just my sister. You're my best friend. And I love you more than anything. I want to thank you for making all the mistakes that I never had to. And for showing me how to fold my blankets and towels in fancy ways so that I look like I have my shit together even when I don't. And for making me download all the couponing apps so that we can save money together on all of our grocery trips. And most importantly, for showing me the way to veganism, even though everybody in our family hates us for it. Although I could stand here and tell a bunch of stories about Rylee's love life, this is the only one that matters. I'm so genuinely happy for the both of you. And before I hand the mic off, I want to give one big thank you to Tay for not only agreeing to take Rylee for the rest of her life and love and cherish her forever, but most importantly, for not being late today. I love you both. Cheers to the McKays.
I got it right once.
I love you. Oh, sorry, that's yours. Sorry.
The maid of honor. Another big round of applause. Next, we have our best man, Taryn.
Yeah, team money. Thank you. Nice to meet you, sir.
I gotta get the glasses on. This is getting serious.
Let's go.
I'm sorry.
What's up, Big
Have to.
T?
What's up, Tay? Hello, everyone. Let me get my glasses on here. Let me get my paper out.
Let's go to the church, man.
Let's get it to church. Bring it back, baby. Let's bring it back. Let's keep it light. Let's keep it healthy. Hello, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Taryn McKay. I'm Taylor's younger brother, of course. I'd like to foremost and thank my mother and father, Bertrand McKay and Kimmy McKay. Without them, we wouldn't be here, obviously. And without them, we wouldn't have, of course, the testament of their love and true strength of marriage, which we've seen, and it's lasted. It's strong, and hopefully you've taken notes. Through all these years. And likewise, I'd also like to thank Brett and Deanna for raising such a beautiful and amazing daughter, who's keeping my brother on task. He's on time. He was on time for this event, and it's nothing better. It's nothing short than what he's prepared for. He was ready for this moment. Growing up, Taylor and I were inseparable. Although we're 3 years apart, went through everything together. Thick and thin. As in kids, we had adventures day and night in many places. We were in Fort Worth. We were in Lubbock, Texas. We had the opportunity to be in, Okinawa in Japan. We had the opportunity to be in New Orleans in Louisiana, and of course San Diego, North County. And we've met the best of people, of friends and family here. The best, the absolute best, and they're here today, and I'm so glad they're here today. And we've had the privilege to meet just some interesting individuals, and I think that it's only been through Tay and me going through these travels. But with Rylee, you have the adventure now. I'm giving this man right here to you, and this is where your guys' journey are going on. You got to get him on task to things. You're bringing him off. It's your responsibility. I know. We've met a lot of people, but if Mark were here today, I know I would want him to be the best man, and I know that. But regardless, he's proud of you. He's proud of you. I know he's proud of you. If Mark were here, damn. Woo! We're doing it. I remember at school, we were in church together. We were late to school together. And as much as those many times we sat in, and we thought there was those times were options, we had, times got worse. Sure, we got our times straightened together, but only through the times we had to bathe together to get through a church together. We're like, oh, we got 5 minutes left. We gotta bathe together. We're like, oh no. Jeez. But what Taylor lacks in time management, he compensates for compassion as well as the ability to be prepared for what's to come. Today is a new day, though, and you couldn't have picked a better counterpart as Rylee. She's amazing. She makes you on time for things, and she's probably got the widest smile that I've ever seen. So it's a bonus, as Pop said. She's punctual, and I can't say it enough. As many times as we said it tonight, we've only seen growth. And so thank you, Rylee. Thank you so much. And I really couldn't be happier to have more family. And I'm just so grateful for those who are here tonight to support, these loving people. And I'm so glad that you guys were brought together. I don't think it would be anyone else but you. There's been a lot And there's maybe been a little, and it doesn't matter. And the amount of growth of time as we're on this earth for a blimp amount of time, it was always going to be you guys. And I'm glad we can set it in stone, for eternity. And so, if you guys would like to raise a glass, I would like to propose a damn toast to Rylee and Tailor and Rylee. No. To them. Everlasting love.
Everlasting love, my man.
I love you, man.
You're my best man.
I love you. Dude, of course, man. I love you. I love you. I love you guys. Thanks for being here, guys.
Love you, Brett.
All right. Damn, getting old sucks. Taryn, can I get your glasses? Nah, I'm kidding, no. Okay. So the very first time I ever witnessed the birth of a child, Deanna's water broke. It was 10 o'clock at night. She's like, babe, we got to go to the hospital. I'm like, shit, really? Get there, from 10 to 12 hours till the next day, nothing happened. We're just sitting there. I'm going, this is crazy. My mom shows up. She brings Summer. Tailor no-showed. She had some lame excuse. What? Why? Yeah, so anyways. That's my joke. So we're sitting there, and it's like, it's kind of crazy, but we're sitting there, we're trying to go have a baby. So finally, it starts kind of happening. It's happening, and we get there. It's all cool. I'm sitting there with the doctor. The head's coming out. I see dark hair, and I'm like, babe, we'll talk about this later. She didn't think it was funny. So at that point, Dr. Marish goes, hey, Brett, you got this. And he walks away, walks over to the side. And it was like they pulled Peyton Manning out of the game and put me in there and said, don't fumble. Shit got real. I'm sitting there going, oh, my God. So she starts pushing. The head comes out. And Rylee opens both eyes, looks to the left, looks to the right, and my mom goes, you're in trouble. True story. So at 4 months, Rylee's crawling. At 9 months, she's running. The kid would not stop. We're getting ready to go to her first Halama trip. She climbs on a table, falls down. I had to pull her tooth from her skin because it came through her bottom lip. I'm like, oh, man, this is brutal. We go to Halama the first year. We're at the group site, and the whole time, anybody who was there would know this. Where's Rylee? Where's Rylee? For 10 days, we sat there. Where's Rylee? Where's Rylee? And she got pink eye. So she was this raspy voice, buff little girl. She was like, she was a stud, an athlete. So, the first time, and this is at 3 years old, 4 years old. The first time Sean brings Laura by, they pull up. Sean gets out of the car, Laura gets out of the car, and she walks up, not even looking at Laura, and goes, she your wife? It's a joke we still talk about today. So, for Christmas, we bought her a bike with training wheels, and we give her the bike, and she's cruising around on it. Got pretty good on it, and then one day I'm watching a Charger game, and she comes in, she's like, Dad, take off my training wheels. I'm like, okay, after the game. I'll take them off after the game. 30 minutes later, she comes up, and she's like, I did it, Dad, I did it. I'm like, you did what? She's like, I can ride a bike. I go out there. Somehow she bent the training wheels up. They're sticking out, and she's cruising around the street riding her bike. So she was always like this sweetest, loving person, to the point where you couldn't kill a fly, a moth, a bug, anything. The girls would be taking a bath together, and Tailor would like, Dad, there's a spider, get it. And Riley's like, don't kill it. So I always had to do this catch and release. I'd pick up the spider, and release it into the trash can without her knowing it was dead, or she would have thrown a fit. But the bottom line is, she's always been this just amazing, amazing girl, just the biggest heart. One time we had people over at the house, and I was talking to Chad, and Rylee walks in and says something. Everybody started laughing. And Chad goes, you know, Brett, when Rylee walks in the room, she makes the whole room better. And it's very true. It's like, I love having her around. It's great. She does. She makes the room better. So then she starts dating. I get out my shotgun. And I literally at some point was like, okay, I'm going to have to arrange her next boyfriend because this shit ain't working. So one day she brings Tay over, and he's hanging out, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, nice kid. Deanna goes, what do you think? I go, he's way too nice. It's like Eddie Haskell. I thought we had Eddie Haskell. A lot of you guys are too young to know that, but just way too nice. And then he comes over again, and I see all the kids love him. And kids are the best judge of characters. So we end up going to Halama again the next year, and Tay's on his roller skates. On his skateboard. And there's like 30 kids all around him. They would not leave him alone. They would not leave his side. And I was like, okay, this kid really is that nice. So today I'm just so happy that literally two of the nicest human beings in the world are together. And you guys don't just make the room better. You make the world better. You make my world better. So I love you both. Have a toast to these two.
Love you, Brett. Love you, Brett.
Love you.
Love you, hon. Hey, love you.
Love you, Brad. Thank you so much.
Hey, can we all give them a round of applause for a beautiful wedding? Like, amazing wedding. So, Taryn and Tailor, the other Tailor, we were around the pool yesterday, and we were sitting there talking, and they said, tomorrow I have to give a speech and everything, and I think I might have to cry. And I was like, oh, me too. So all three of us was sitting there to talk about who's going to bust out crying. So if I start crying, do not put me on YouTube. You understand? All right. All right. Kimby and I, we are extremely proud of you guys. I can't tell you how much we are proud of you. Taylor grew up as a military brat. So as a Marine, I was a tough dad, worrying about the world and the unit, probably almost before my family. So, it was hard. We didn't have a lot of family around. So these guys didn't see weddings. Everyone on the base was already married. So we were talking the other day, and we were like, man, what was the last wedding we ever seen? My brother was probably one of the first weddings we've seen in a while, right? Or 2 years ago. So, I was real happy that he got to see my brother get married, because I'm sure they got some ideas of what they want to do. But this is by far the best wedding I have ever seen. So thank you a lot. Taylor, as a kid, had the biggest smile. And, here I am, I'm all rough and tough, and you gonna play football, and Taylor would just skip. And I'm like, what in the heck is going on? Like, dude, be tough. Okay, Dad. He's gonna get on that skateboard, and he's gone. So my football dreams went dead with him, but what I loved about Taylor as a kid, and I had to kick myself in the butt as being a hard Marine, that I felt like, and he knows this, I told him, man, I wish if I could go back and turn the hands of time back, I would have kissed you more and hugged you more. when he was smiling the way he smiled, life happens. And you know, as and all fathers here know, when your kids start getting older, going to high school, middle school, that smile sometimes goes away. You know, with life happening and everything else. And I could literally see Tailor not smiling very much. So by the time he got to, graduate high school, college, wasn't smiling. Didn't come by the house very often. None of that. And, I did a lot of self-reflecting and wondering why he didn't come by as much and didn't talk, didn't have that same smile as a kid, wasn't skipping and everything else. And this is my point. One day, I'm sitting on the couch, and Kimby comes to me and says, "Hey, Taylor's coming over." I'm like, "Okay, what's up?" Is he okay? Does he have all the teeth? Is he good? He hasn't fallen, right? And she said, "Yeah, he's good." But he's bringing someone with him. So I'm expecting her to say one of his skateboard buddies. And she says, and she has this grin on the side of her face. She's all smiling, and it's Rylee. I'm like, that's kind of funny for a skateboarder guy's name. So I just sat there and played it out, see how everything gonna work out. And so Rylee comes walking the door, and like I said, we just didn't talk to Tailor as much because he was in college and working and doing his thing. And he comes walking through the door, and it'll be a day I'll never forget. He comes walking the door, and he brings this beautiful young lady in. And it just changed everything in one day. If you ever had one of those moments where things changed, this was it. Because Rylee came in, and I saw exactly why he picked her. I mean, same as her dad just said. And the funny thing is that she reminded me a lot of my wife. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Didn't have to push anything, didn't have to try to make things work. Everything was just beautiful. So another thing happened. Once Rylee came in, some guy walked in the door with Rylee, and I don't know where he came from. But this guy came in smiling, "Hey, Dad," talking about college, talking about this, talking about that. And I'm sitting there wondering, what the heck? I'm blown away with Rylee at first. And then when they left the house, I said, "Dang, Kimby, who's that guy that Rylee was with?" I don't know, but I like him. And you know what? And ever since then, Rylee, I swear to you, he's been smiling ever since. And every time I go any place, everyone talks about how much a good person he is and everything else. I think you guys make a good combination. You make a good couple. It works. It's what God created. You understand? So I'm so happy to see that smile back. So thank you, Rylee, very much. I really appreciate it. The Harans, you guys are, man, I love me some Harans, I tell you. You guys are huggers. So first day I walk in the door and I get all this. I put my hand out to shake someone's hand. I heard all these grown, big surfer guys hugging me. I was like, I love these guys. And I tell you what, in the time my family spent with them, they made us feel like family. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. We need you guys. We're a small family, and I tell you what, you make us smile. I've never seen you guys have a bad day. If you do, it's fooling me because you're always smiling and having a good time. And always drinking some Coors Light. So after 6 years of dating, you guys did it right. 100%. You didn't rush anything. You took your time, made your day the way you wanted to, and that's awesome. So congratulations. And I tell you what, if you ever on the beach and you're running from the police and you're in a golf cart, you got it for the Harans. I love that story. If you don't know the story, I'm not telling it. I'm not telling the story. But congratulations. Congratulations. We love you. And give another round of applause for the McKays. Thank you.
The father of the groom, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, with that said, let's hold up our glasses up high one more time, and let's give a nice big toast to our new bride and groom. Hear, hear to the new bride and groom.
It's a common or something that nobody knows her. The beauty will follow wherever she goes. Up the hill in the back of her house in the wood. She loved me forever, I know she could. I remember when you and me, how we used to be just good friends, wouldn't give me none, but all I wanted was some. She's got a whole lot of reasons. She can't think of a single one that can justify leaving. And he got none, but he thinks he got so many problems, and he got too much time to waste. His dreams are like commercials, but her dreams are picture perfect. And our dreams are so related, though they're often underestimated. Simple as something that nobody knows. Her eyes are as big as her bubbly toes. On the feet of a queen of the hearts of the car. Feet are infested with tar balls. And la da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da.
Yes, how about a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, the father and daughter dance. Yes, a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, we're going to go and open the dance floor, so everyone come on out and have a dance.